Hello, I'm Somalia.
And I'm Jasmine, and we're back for another incredible season of
Fusion Talk Show.
Somalia, what's wrong? What's on your mind? You seem a little sad.
Jazz, do you remember playing with Bratz dolls and Easy Bake Ovens? Oh, no, and Baby Alive, a baby so real. I mean, what happened?
You go to middle school, extracurriculars, tennis, singing like Alicia Keys.
I loved her song. My first teenage love affair. But what happened after that? Because
you go to high school. No, remember high school's crazy. You have all this homework and SATs, boys, driver's license,
part-time jobs, and then college.
Right, college. Oh, then you get your house, your career, kids, bills. No,
Jazz, I am not ready. I mean, I was barely ready for high school.
Oh, come on. Transitioning to the next phases of life can be hard, but preparation makes it so much easier. Today, we are talking all about transitioning to the next phase of life. Let's talk about it. Somalia, come back!
No.
We have to finish the rest of the show.
Telling you all we know. Watch and see how you will grow. 'Cause teens and parents are bridging lines of communication on Fusion.
Fusion Talk Show.
Between school, sports, and friends, we have a lot going on. It's exciting, but sometimes it can be hard, right?
Right.
Yeah? Well, I know the last thing we want to do is sit down and make plans for our future, but it's really important for us to sit down and just figure out how we want our lives to unfold.
Joining us on Fusion, we have motivational speaker Torian. Please welcome him to Fusion, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm excellent.
That
Doing
is
very
so
good.
great. We're so happy to have you on
Thank you.
here.
Glad to be here.
So our episode is moving on up, and we're talking about life transitions.
Right.
So my first question would be, we go to vision board parties, and we hear so much about, we have big aspirations.
Right.
What is the first step to, making your dream come true?
You know what? I think you have a good foundation with the vision board. Writing your goals down, and then, we're in the smartphone age now, so even if you plug it in your phone on the Notes app, just somewhere where you can have it, reference it from time to time, I think is a huge foundational piece for you so that you can acquire the success that you're looking for. So write it down, jot it down, put it on an index card, put it somewhere where you'll see it every single day to constantly remind yourself that this is what I want to do.
And what are some of the ways that you possibly motivate yourself?
You know what? I have a couple of whys at home. And what I mean by whys is I have 2 kids and I have a wife at home. And every day that I get up and it's a struggle and it's a challenge, I have to remember why I started. I have to remember my kids. I have to remember that, if daddy doesn't go out and do what he has to do, baby girl, baby boy, and my wife doesn't eat. And so that's what my reminder, that's what my why is. And so what I want to challenge the audience is pick something that motivates you. Pick something that you can constantly remember when you're going through your struggles in your daily life.
Right, and so I'm hearing about this pillow challenge.
Yeah.
Tell us about it and how it can be applied to our daily lives.
Absolutely. On social media we see all kind of challenges, the salt and ice challenge.
Then we heard the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah, the cinnamon challenge, the ice bucket challenge.
Yes,
so there's so many things going on that people do certain things on social media and then challenge their friends, challenge their family members to follow suit. And so this pillow challenge came about when you lay down at night. On your pillow, you should be thoroughly exhausted. You should have absolutely nothing left in you to give that day. And the reason that's so important, and I want you guys to key in on, is there's 86,400 seconds in a day. And so you have to take full advantage of every single one because you're not going to get it back. And so when you're going through your day in school, at work, whatever you do throughout the day, you have to give it your all to where when you lay down at night, you have nothing else to give.
Right. And so with going through these struggles and, trying to be better and make yourself a better person, sometimes you do hit rock bottom.
Absolutely.
You might have a test that you did not pass. You might have a grade that you did not do good,
Right.
you know, with. And so how do you pick yourself back up again?
You have to remember why you began in the first place. And that goes back to the vision board we talked about earlier, putting these ideas down, putting these goals, these aspirations down on paper, and then constantly reminding yourself, this is why I started. You know, I got a D, it's not what I planned on getting, I got a bad grade, I failed this particular class, but this is why I started. I wanted to end up on the dean's list. I wanted to get that 4.0. I wanted to, you know, make my mother smile.
Right.
And so having these things that you can call on as this is the reason why I started, remembering, and I like to call it begin with the end in mind.
Wow.
I think a lot of times we think about the right now, what's going on right in front of us, as opposed to looking at the big picture. I started this because ultimately I want this. And so if I can remember that, keep that in mind, I can overcome anything.
Well, thank you so much. I know they got so much information.
Thank you, thank you.
We're going to take a moment for a quick break, but stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to tackle the real world. We'll be right back.
Stay connected with Fusion on Facebook,
Twitter,
Instagram, and YouTube.
New classmates, new courses, new teachers, new expectations. I mean, I am overwhelmed just thinking about it. First day of high school and college, they're both equally terrifying.
Welcome back to Fusion, everyone, and help me welcome Youth Development Professional Raioni Madison and Social Media Manager and Business Consultant Brittany Green. Welcome to Fusion.
Thank you.
My first question for you, Ms. Madison, I know you deal a lot with middle schoolers and teens. What advice do you have for them that they're nervous about transitioning to high school?
Well, I definitely think that going into high school, you need to connect with your school that you're going to. Most high schools have a 9th grade transitional program, so you want to get connected early. You definitely want to start off active in activities, extracurricular activities. Find out what those things are. I know in the summertime, the 9th grade academy is the best thing for most students. Get your parents engaged in activities so that they can support you and make sure that they're supporting you with whatever activities you choose to do.
A big one, I think, is also from high school to college. Ms. Green, do you have any advice about anyone that's nervous about transitioning from high school to college?
Well, the transition from high school to college is a little bit different, especially if you're moving far away from home, and then also if you're living on campus. So you're also losing a lot of your home support. So that's a little bit different. So get friends and stay connected. Get a friend who can cook, because that's the best thing when you're hungry. And also make sure that you join the clubs. There's transitional clubs in regards to just kind of moving on campus. You have your counselor as well that you can get in contact with when you get on campus. So make sure that you stay on campus as well as much as possible. I know that you think you have freedom now and you want to go everywhere, but being on campus really helps you adjust.
I want to know what you would tell yourself, your teenage self now, to not worry about or to freak out about. Because I remember being scared to go to middle school, and
I think the number one thing that I would tell myself is to travel. I had more opportunities to travel than I took advantage of when I was younger, and I wish that I would have done it then. And the second thing that I would tell myself is to not be so hard on myself when it comes to grades. I really, really struggled during a certain time in college, and it really got me down. And I was like, oh, well, if I don't get good grades now, then how am I going to be this in the future? And it really just kind of made that time a little bit more tumultuous than it really should have been. And so it's just like, go through it, get through it, and you're going to be all right, because here I am and everything's fine.
I'm curious about how we can be prepared, I guess, to enter into the real world from high school to college to the real world, and how I guess we can kind of keep our spunk as teens, because I think sometimes when you go into the real world, you feel like you have to be sad and like doom and gloom. But how can we be excited about our future and prepare for success?
Absolutely. Well, I'll just tell really quickly my story. In high school, I worked 3 jobs. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I see your faces, I worked at at a shoe store in Lenox Mall. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I worked at Victoria's Secret in Atlantic Station. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, I worked at another retail store, Macy's. And I worked all through high school to help pay for my junior dues, my senior dues. I had a couple of responsibilities in high school, and I needed to support my family in certain ways. So I kind of missed out on a lot of activities. So when I talk to youth, I really try to encourage them to be as active as possible into these extracurricular activities, weekend programs like Fusion Talk Show, the activities that this program provides, because it opens up doors that you probably wouldn't have available to you if you're not accessing the opportunities. So I got real world life experiences very early. Right. And when I got to college, I was what you call a non-traditional student. So I worked and I went to school. I had a baby my first year of college, so I had to work to provide for my child. And I've worked ever since I was 14 years old. So when I encourage and motivate my students, I definitely make them realize how important it is to take advantage of your youth. Stay youthful. Don't rush to get a job. Right. I mean, some circumstances, you can work, but do it in moderation and find activities that you can definitely relate to that can help you get scholarships and help you have those opportunities when you transition to college.
Ms. Green, what do you think about transitioning and I guess keeping grounded and having fun, but still enjoying the next phase in life as a teenager?
Well, yeah, so I was a what I call a C- student, A+ adult. And what that means is basically that, again, I did have a non-traditional, I worked, I had a husband, and we had 2 kids and while I was in college and still trying to get things together. However, I was still active in groups while I was in school. One thing that will happen is you get out of school and they say, hey, where's your work experience? You have no experience and you can't get a job. So being able to still balance that, still be a part of the school. There's, you can go to parties. Even that's something that you can do. Yeah. Every committee has a party that you can go to once a year that you can still be active in. So make sure that you balance, but with this day and age, you do need to make sure that you also do the real world things like get a job and some of the other things.
So I want to ask both of you, I know both of you are involved in different organizations. What organizations that you know of that are in school and out of school that our teens can get involved in?
Well, for girls in particular, I am the founder of 3D Girls Inc. It's a youth development program specifically for girls ages 12 to 17, and we provide exposure opportunities for students. So my motivation in creating the program was to get kids exposed to different activities, different experiences, things that I did not have the opportunity to do, but knowing that that opportunity may be beneficial for somebody else. Like I have a ton of students who had never gone ice skating before, so we took them ice skating for the first time. You want to get connected with nonprofit organizations that may come to your school during your lunch period, just kind of get some information about what they do to support youth. There are college programs, Upward Bound. That's a program that I took advantage of in high school where I got to stay on a college campus for the summer, stayed in the dorms, ate their great food, and we took classes, and then they counted towards our credit in high school. So there are so many extra opportunities outside of your school building that many nonprofit organizations and educational programs provide for youth your age.
What about you, Ms. Green? I know with the internet, I feel like there's no excuse with the internet. Like y'all can search stuff and it's all out there now, right?
Absolutely.
I would say simply join the clubs for your major. When you're going into college, if you're in the sociology club, join the sociology club. If you're in the math club, join the math club. It gives you the opportunities to connect with people who care about the things that you care about so that you don't get off course. If you're joining clubs that all of your other friends are a part of and it has nothing to do with what you want to do when you grow up, it can cause a problem. So I would say join what you're focused
I totally agree with that because I admit I was kind of a social joiner on some things. I did a lot of things because my friends did them, but they were awesome and I learned a lot too. So being social is good, but also having your own interests is really important as well, I think. Yeah. Thank you ladies both so much.
Stay tuned because when we come back after the commercial break, we're going to chill with our Fusion audience at our Fusion Kickback, and we're going to play a little throwback game. everybody, I'm Somalia.
And I'm Jasmine.
And we're the hosts of
Fusion Talk Show.
So now that we know exactly what bullying is and what it looks like, we need to know how to prevent it.
I think we need to do a few things. Number one is educate people. We're destroyed for lack of knowledge. And what happens is people don't know. If they're not aware of the problem, then we can't form a solution.
Why do you think that a lot of teens aren't comfortable to talk to their parents about like personal things?
I feel that, parents, at the same time that they were teens before, times were different back then. So it's almost like the problems that we deal with may be the same, but different, tailored to our time.
How do teens separate, I guess, fake and reality and digital technology from actual real life?
Teens, you gotta know who you are, find your niche in what you do, because what's gonna make you stand out is you just being different in who you are, not flowing with everybody else. So.
Welcome back to Fusion and our Fusion Kickback. We're here with our audience and we're gonna get some feedback about transitioning to life, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go down memory lane.
Right.
So I would like to know, what were some of your favorite TV shows, when you were younger?
Thomas the Train.
All right, Thomas the Train.
Mostly that's all I can remember.
Okay.
I like Impossible, That's So Raven.
Yes, oh, I love That So Raven. I also like The Proud Family.
Oh my gosh, I love that show.
Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch, yeah. Okay, so what would you say is some tips when transitioning from middle school to high school, or maybe even from elementary school to middle school?
Well, before I came to high school, I was kind of scared that I wasn't going to be able to ever find my classes. So that was my biggest issue.
I remember being scared to open my locker in middle school. I was like, oh, what if I can't open it?
Yep, because I definitely forgot my combination a couple of times on a couple of occasions.
I've always had a top locker, just letting everyone know in America, and that's pretty amazing.
And wait till you get to college. You might not ever find your class, and then you still be in trouble.
I'm curious about friends. Do you think it's hard to keep the same friends as you go to middle school, or if you go from middle school to high school?
No, it's not, because you can keep in touch with them. It'll be easy to keep in touch with them. So.
Yeah, with social media, right?
Yeah, and what about some new tips for making new friends? Like, how do you make a new friend?
Well, mostly just joining a club that you think that it's interesting, and maybe your partner that you might work with. Well, you guys will get to know each other.
Right, and like a group project or something. Yeah, that's true. I met a lot of friends like that.
Well, we're gonna play a game that I used to play towards, a part of my educational experience. And I made some friends playing this game. But it's a throwback game from the 90s, and people used to play it to predict their future. So you two are gonna play with me, right?
Yes.
Okay,
all right, cool.
So Somalia is gonna play too.
All right.
I'll just explain the game. It's called MASH, everyone.
All right, MASH.
So everyone get a pen.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Okay, so everyone write M-A-S-H on your paper. And it stands for mansion, apartment, shack, and house. Okay, so then you're gonna write like 1, 2, 3. You're making like different categories. So 1, 2, 3, and that's one category. And that's gonna be your crushes. So you could put a celebrity, someone you see yourself with in the future, or maybe someone you actually know. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3, you'd write like crushes of like 3 different names, or like people, whatever. And then the next 3, you'd write jobs, like jobs that you want to do in the future. I would put, personality, Oprah, whatever. 3 cars, you know, Lamborghini pickup truck. It's always good to put, you know, some stuff that you that you don't want. That's what makes it fun.
Right.
So I would put like Lamborghini, Honda. I mean, nothing's wrong with the Honda. They're good on gas. And I'd
Absolutely.
put like, you know.
And any car is good, actually.
You know what? Any car is good, right?
Yes.
You can always fix it up. And then the next one would be 3 cities that you see yourself living.
Okay.
So I don't know what cities you see yourself living, Somalia.
Well, I love Atlanta, actually,
you can put
Jazz.
Atlanta. You can put LA.
LA, New York.
And then after that, you're gonna put 3 random numbers. So 1, 2, 3, and put like 3 random numbers that you want, like whatever you want. Yeah, so 50, 2, 1, 10, 0, whatever.
All right, cool.
Okay, so has everyone done that? Okay, so you're gonna do a swirl thing. You know how like you do the swirls? Like,
All right, like a little...
Okay, is everyone done though? Okay, stop. When you do your swirl, you're basically gonna count how many lines you have. So we'll do how many? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
So you have 4. So basically, you're gonna mark out every 4 thing.
Okay.
So like 1, 2, 3, 4. So your Michael B. Jordan's out.
No!
Not marrying Michael B. Jordan. 1, 2, 3, mark that one out. And you just keep marking it out.
Oh, no.
Like,
Because I won't be a talk show host anymore.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess you're not doing that anymore. I'm going solo, people. 1,
No.
2, 3, 4.
Chris Brown?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What is to become of me?
I don't know, Somalia. So, guys, I'm gonna tell everyone Somalia's future in 1 second. Okay, so Somalia is going to live in a shack with Brandon, her boyfriend now, so I guess it's not that bad. Drive a BMW. She's gonna be an actress in New York and have 28 kids.
Oh my God.
That's a pretty awesome future.
You might as well just throw that on the list too.
So that's how you play, and it's fun, and that's how I, learned my future.
Well, thanks you guys for watching the show today, and we want to thank our wonderful guest, Mr. Torian Salary, and also
Miss Green and Miss Madison.
And we want to thank our awesome Fusion audience.
Thank you.
And we are going to see you next time on Fusion Talk Show.
Hi everybody, it's Somalia
And Jasmine.
and we're the hosts of the Fusion Teen Talk Show. So today we're going to be making some different videos which are going to post every Wednesday. We're trying to get our subscribers up and we want to entertain you guys.
So follow us on everything we do. So we're doing this game. It's like 6 questions or how well. So we're testing each other to see how well that Somalia and I know each other. So we're doing the first question. Somalia has to guess what she thinks I'm gonna put, and I'm gonna guess what I think Somalia is gonna put. So the first question is, what's your favorite salad dressing?
Oh,
Okay, so
I don't know. Jasmine always does extra.
I'm gonna. Okay, are you ready? You can't look at what I'm writing. Hurry up. Okay, I won't look.
I don't even think I spelled this right.
Okay, you ready? Okay, I guessed ranch.
Oh, I put Caesar.
Oh my gosh, you're right! Wait, is ranch right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you got it right! First question. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
good. All right, second question.
She's all fancy, y'all.
You're
Okay. Who is my favorite singer? Y'all know who it is. Have a seat. Jasmine knows.
Wait, you have to guess mine though. You know that, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I just wrote mine.
Yeah, you're supposed to guess mine, Somalia. That's the point of the game.
Sorry, y'all. I'm always thinking about myself. All right, so let's do this. This is throw this one.
Yeah. So what's Somali? What is her favorite? What is our favorite singer? Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Well, female.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Oh, you put Mariah Carey. Her favorite female is Beyonce. Her favorite male is Chris Brown.
You better know, honey.
So,
you better know. Okay.
You put Mariah Carey for me. I mean, she's good. I don't know. I don't really have one, honestly. So.
Well, yeah, that's true. You're like all into. All right, so it's your turn now. So.
What's your favorite candy?
Ooh, see, I don't even eat candy like that. But let me think. I don't even. I've been out of school for too long.
I don't know what yours is. You're right.
All right.
Yeah. I put gum for you. I don't even
really eat candy like that.
She put chocolate.
Like
That's
a
right.
chocolate. All right.
Okay, we'll do one more.
Okay.
Or wait.
Okay. Wait, we're doing 6, right?
We're doing 6.
Okay, so we just did like 3.
Yeah.
All right. So, let me think. What is? Oh, where am I from?
Oh, okay. I can do that. That's kind of. Okay. Yeah, we got that right.
Massachusetts.
New Jersey. We're both from up north.
Yes. Shout out.
Okay.
Right,
favorite color.
Oh, okay. Let me hide this because you looking on my paper.
What is your favorite? Oh,
I know yours.
I don't know. Pink or purple?
It's both, and hers is yellow.
Yeah! Oh my gosh!
Let's go. All right, so are we on our last?
Yeah, last one.
Okay. Okay. Oh wait, no.
Favorite food?
All right.
Favorite food.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know. You eat a lot of different things.
Yeah, I do. I like a lot.
All right.
Of stuff. Okay, I got it.
You probably eat something healthy or something. Okay, I don't even know this place.
Okay, what'd you got?
I put like you like to juice.
I heard chicken. I like juice. Okay, that works.
Well, we want to thank you guys for watching our video. Please tune in every Wednesday. Some of you guys have your Wednesday, but I want you to tune in on our channel, Fusion Talk Show, every Wednesday to watch our different videos.
And let us know what you want us to talk about.
Absolutely.
Bye.